take a look at this picture right here. Trying to get the light out of it, this postcard. Take a look at all these details. Take note of it. Italians, or people in the Renaissance time, in the ancient world, people from the beginning of time were masters at throwing shade at each other. Okay, so I want you to pay attention to these details again. Okay, so this side is Florence here, and you can see inside of this Duomo, this is that middle big monument in the middle of building in the middle of Florence. Okay, so look how nice and sweet that is. And then look at the other side over here, this side. So the story that I heard about this when I did the tour inside of the Duomo is that this side is supposed to be Florence and this side is supposed to be the rest of the world. So what do you think they were trying to say? It was kind of like, we are the best and everyone else, it's like that. Like, look at that. You're like little demon people over there. I truly just love the history of Florence and Italy in general, and hearing little stories like that, I think, are just really make it feel real, I guess, because we're all, at the end of the day, we all have the same isms that everyone else does, no matter what time that we're born. Good day, everybody. My name is Hannah, and I am loving, living, and inspiring through classical music, shared experiences, travel, and lessons learned. Welcome back, everybody. I'm going to talk about 7 things that I love about Florence, Italy. Now, I can't believe I only have 7 things. If I can come up with more while I'm doing this video, then I will add them. I try to come up with very specific things so that it can pique your interest, because I believe travel is something that is so important for your own self-growth, for your own happiness, for your own learning about yourself. And I truly believe everyone should travel. One place that you should definitely travel to is Florence, Italy. So first thing that I love about Florence, Italy is the name. Okay, so if you look up the name, so in Italian, Florence is Firenze, and if you look up what the meaning of that is, it translates to flourish. What does flourish mean? What does the word flourish mean? Flourish means to thrive, to prosper, to grow, to grow to be the best that you can be. And I love that. I think that city captures it very well. If you just look at how beautiful all the artwork is around the place, if you see all the beautiful colors in the area, then you will see that the name really takes a new life in Florence, and that inspires me so much. I actually decided to name the room that I do my practicing in, the room that I do my voice lessons in, the room that I do meditation in, I decided to name that Stanza di Firenze, which means the flourishing room. What a better name than this. And I actually, for my students, when I teach them at work, I also named our classrooms that as well, because that's my intention. When they walk in this room, they're going to flourish. They're going to be the best that they can be. So that's a really long response because we're talking about Florence right now. That is the first and foremost thing that I love about Florence. Second thing is, of course, the beautiful artwork in Florence, Italy. I mean, it's just amazing to be able to one thing I really wanted to see was the big David that Michelangelo did. And when you come upon that museum, I think it's called the Accademia. When you go into there, it's you walk in and there's this hallway and you turn right, and when you turn right, it's just there. And a funny story about this, me and my mom went to take a selfie with the David picture, and so the David is huge, like really huge, and we're standing in front of the statue, and we take the picture, and you know, it's kind of like an up angle. The only thing you could see was us and the statue's lower half. So if you can imagine, it was quite a funny picture. I think my mom deleted it, but I wish we would have saved it because it's actually quite funny. So the artwork there is just amazing. I'm gonna make another video on places to go in Florence, Italy, where I'm gonna talk about all these awesome museums that I went to, because you definitely have to check them out. The third thing I love about Florence, Italy is there's this sandwich place there. I will put the name somewhere in this video, but this sandwich place has the biggest, most interesting sandwiches, and they're really good. So I just thought I'd mention that. You can also get the same thing in other areas, but the first time I had this was in Florence. The fourth thing that I love about Florence, Italy is the Medici's influence. I don't know if any of you have ever seen the show The Medicis. It's on Netflix. There's a couple seasons of it, but it's really fascinating. And something that I love about watching these shows is that it brings me back to the time that I traveled there, because the spot where all of this footage was shot in was in places that you walk. So I don't know about you if you guys travel. Isn't that so cool to watch a show or a movie and be like, oh, I was there. I actually walked in that same exact spot. Anyway, the Medici influence, they were just some really super interesting people, and to see all of the thing that I love most about them is that they commissioned all this artwork. They were the ones who helped make this possible. They, you know, because of their influence, artists were able to flourish. Artists were able to flourish and to share their divine, what do you call that? Their divine gift, their divine talent with the world. And to hear about that, like the burn of vanity, or the bonfire of vanities. I may not be saying that right, but where Savonarola was, you know, all upset about people having worldly things and wanting to burn all that stuff. I mean, it's just, that's so heartbreaking to me to think there's all this stuff that was probably beautiful that could have been shared with the world, but it was burned and destroyed. But nonetheless, there was still a ton of beauty in Florence, and I really appreciate the Medici's influence in that, because if it wasn't for them influencing and investing in arts, in the arts and artwork, we may not have this. We may not have this beautiful city that we have today. The fifth thing that I love about Florence is the fact that it's in the Tuscany region. When I first traveled to Italy, I didn't realize, when you hear about Tuscany, you think it's one area, and when you hear about Florence, you think it's another area. Florence is actually in Tuscany. It's almost, to me, it kind of feels like Tuscany's like the state, and Florence is like the city inside of it. There's several other cities, but you know, that's how it made sense to me in thinking about it. So, I mean, Tuscany, I mean, the landscape over there is just magnificent. Our first night there, you know, we walked out at these villas that we stayed at, and there was just these rolling hills. We were surrounded by vineyards, or, you know, they were growing grapes or olives and stuff like that. And it's just so fantastic. And I will definitely make a video on just the Tuscany region, because we only spent in the country area like a couple days, but it's still, just those couple days were amazing. The sixth thing that I love about Florence, Italy is the shopping over there. Now, if you haven't watched my shopping video in Florence, be sure to check it out. I will link it up here and also in the description box. Florence over there, first and foremost, if you need leather, Florence is the place to get it. I actually brought my leather jacket out here because it is actually cold, but I'm warming up right now. This leather jacket, and it's from a store called La Pele in Florence near the Ponte Vecchio. I mean, you can get all sorts of stuff over there. Food, products, you can get anything you can think of that's made of leather, jewelry, shoes, purses, bracelets, etc. And the seventh thing that I love about Florence, Italy is their landscape of colors. The colors over there are these perfect mix of warm fall colors. I'm not sure if that's what they intended it to be when they first made these buildings, but whatever they faded to is just it's very lovely to me. Because right now it's fall time, I've got these fall flowers up. Aren't they so pretty? This was gifted to me and I very much appreciate it. But the fall colors, seeing these now in the fall season, it reminds me so much of Florence and being there, and it just takes me back. So more than anything right now, I want to be able to be traveling. I want to be back in Florence. I saw in a Facebook group that I'm in that someone posted, it was a travel Facebook group, someone posted, if you could be anywhere outside of where you live, if you were stuck quarantined there, where would you go? And I thought about it, and the place I thought was Florence, Italy. For me, it's the beauty. It's the beauty. It's one of the most beautiful cities I've ever seen, with the artwork, with the historical influence that you could simply just feel. You could feel the history there. Most places in Italy you can feel it, but you know, walking through the streets, especially the San Marco Museum, you can definitely feel it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you've ever been to Florence, Italy, let me know in the comments. I love reminiscing on Florence memories. What are some things that you love about it? What's something that I miss? I know I'm missing something because I know it's not just 7 things. I mean, there's several different nuances that I miss about it, but I wanted to make some solid, broad concepts that I can share with everybody. So if you're watching this, thank you so much. I appreciate you watching this video, and I have 42 subscribers now. I am so thrilled to see everyone who is watching these videos. I really do appreciate it. It really brightens up my day to see that people are listening to what I have to say. Again, thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.